Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has three children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had two daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it. Because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing this wonderful Wednesday? I hope everyone's having a good day. Listen, for those of you who are live now and those who are part of the replay gang, we thank you for being here and for listening, because I need y'all. I ain't about to front like I don't when I do, because I do. Okay. Well, the Gates did not disappoint today. They had the tea being served in little sips, not big gulps, but little bitty, dainty little sips today, But they did serve a little tea, and we're here to gossip about it. Let's just be straight about that. We are here to talk about it. Hold on one second. Let me adjust something on my mic. We are here to talk about it. Yes, we are. Do you guys ever see those Facebook pages that they have now where, I mean, there are a lot of them for discussing the show, right? But baby, they be chatting it up over there, and they be in they feelings, like for real, for real. They be getting so mad with each other, like, stop talking about them. I'm sick of y'all talking, leave us alone. Da, 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 da. Because they do a little nitpicking. They do a little nitpicking. But listen, that's all right. That's cool. Everybody sharing their opinion. But I do enjoy our little peaceful little gossipy corner of the world that we are creating over here. But listen, if you got a friend like to gossip to you about this show, tell them to come on over here. Let's try to. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. It would be nice if we could get there by the end of the month, child. I would be over here celebrating down, and we don't need but a few more people. Maybe a little 30-some people we need to come on over here so we can get to 2,000, then we can get to 3,000 and a million. Okay, I'm dreaming hard, but you got to, if you ask not, have not, right? So you got to ask the universe for what you want, and we would like a million subscribers over here. Okay, but we will accept a 500,000. Oh Lord, we will. Small goals, little chunks at a time. But listen, we're almost there. So don't forget to like the video for me. Share this video with a friend today and say, girl, you should listen to this channel. Come over here. Make them come on over here behind the gates. Okay? Before we start up a membership fee for them to come over here, they better get it where it's good. Okay? Well, all right, y'all. Let's get to it. First, you have to check in and see who all in here. Who in here? Who trying to gossip today? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Miss B is in here. She says, I'm here and ready for the tea gatekeepers. Tony, you done started something with that name now. Tony says, hi, gatekeepers. Hi, Miss Jen. I'm so very ready for your usual wonderful tea that I am waiting. Huge tea party like the Boston Tea Party. Okay. Miss B says, hey, Tony, I know that's right. I commented back. I won't put those up. Tony says, hi, B. Thanks a lot and nice to meet you. You are very welcome, Miss Jen. Thanks so very much for everything. You are more than welcome, Tony. Dee Dee, hey, Dee Dee, below Dee Dee. Hey, gatekeepers, she said. My cousin Linda's in the house. Hey, Linda. Says, what a very special select group. We are a very special select group because I'm telling y'all, listen. Go look at some of the pages on Facebook. Oh, they be arguing. Oh, child, they be fighting. They be fighting about a little bitty stuff. They be mad. They be like, why you picking on Anita about her dancing? Why don't you leave this alone? We tired of y'all talking about that. I mean, they be in their feelings, child. Over here we do like to discuss hard, But we ain't doing too much debating, child. We peaceable over here. Um, Dee Dee says the actress that plays Danny has liked my IG comments under her post. Ooh, that's nice, Dee Dee. Cool. Look, y'all, I do inbox with Bill sometimes, about little stuff. Because I'm trying to get myself, listen, we're trying to build up stuff over here. And we hope that one day maybe you might join us for an interview. That's why we got to get our membership up, y'all, because we can do this. Could y'all imagine if we get to land one of them for a little interview? That would be so nice. Let's be the first to do it, okay? Linda says, tell a friend, telegram. That's cute, Linda. All right, y'all, let's get over here to this tea. We switch over papers. I hope I'm not too close to the mic because I'm moving things around until I find the sweet spot for what we're doing over here, okay? Well, I always start with Smitty and Martin because they're the least interesting to me. But if I ever save Smitty and Martin for last, y'all better know that some real tea has been spilled that day. I mean, they gonna have to really show up and show out if they want to close out over here. Okay, I don't even care if they put them last in the last scene. If it ain't cooking, they ain't gonna close over here. We gonna rewrite some things, rearrange some things over here until they can prove themselves. Well, Smitty wants to know why didn't Martin tell him about his whole running for the president of the whole United States? And Martin, we want to know too. I mean, how you not gonna say at home first what you doing, but you out here in these streets talking about it? That ain't right. Okay. And he said, well, only my grandparents knew, I was keeping the circle tight. But you supposed to keep your people in the house in the circle, man. What's wrong with you? Martin, you acting more like that, Martin, than I had a dream, Martin. I mean, you better get it together, sir. But anyway, Smitty is like, well, how did we get here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how did things get like this? Like, what is going on that you ain't talking to me? Well, Martin feels like their lives have been so hectic and, he just hadn't had a chance to talk lies. The lies you tell. Why you in here gaslighting this man? Just tell the truth, child. I ain't want you to know. Just say that. That's good too to just say that. And then he said, yeah, he says, I call bull. Smitty was like, that's some bull. That's some fracking like a bull right there. Don't even come in here trying to sell me that. He says, well, you had time to, he said, because you had time to tell me. Smitty was like, well, you know why? He says, but I do want to know this though. I do want to know this though, Martin. Tell me, riddle me this. Why your grandparents don't want you to run? You being a golden child and all. What's up with that? They be backing everything else you do. So why they don't want you to be the president of the whole United States? Huh? Why, Martin? Why, Martin? Why? Okay. Child. Listen. Sidebar. I was looking at that clip kind of close yesterday that they showed when Martin was sitting down there, nightmaring. He was wide awake, but having a flashback about whatever happened was. And here's my theory. I think Martin was drunk driving and somebody didn't survive, right? And even if they did survive, somebody done signed some NDAs round up and through that. And I think the bill was the one that handled the whole transaction. See, I'm super, super suspicious. Y'all might not be as suspicious as me, but I'm suspicious, child. And I love to be right. So I hope I'm right. But anyway, that's my guess. I think there's a cover up behind a drunk driving thingy thing. What y'all think, though? All right, back to them. Martin lies and says that he says, hold on one second. Let me see what I wrote here because y'all know I can't read my own handwriting. I be writing so fast. I just don't think I'm ready. Okay, so Martin is like, I just don't know if I'm really ready. And Smitty said, well, think about the kids being a part of this national conversation, like they did the the other kids when we had the president of color, how they just wore their children out to no end. Oh, they was on the playground playing on the playground. Oh, they was holding somebody's hand when they was walking down the street. And he's like, I don't know if our kids are ready to be a part of that kind of a thing. So let's just consider them as well. And he says that they will have time to talk about it if Martin is just in the thinking about it stage, like you said you was. And then Martin tried to sit up and throw some guilt, was like, well, it would have been nice if the person at home with me had have been backing, acting like you were excited and backing me. Child, don't be trying to change up the subject. We are talking about you. We are not talking about that, sir. Pay, get back on track on the conversation. What's wrong with you? Well, then Smitty and Martin go out to eat, right? And they down to the bar thing, eat, or that little cafe bar thing. And they down to eat, right? And the guy that had approached Martin about giving Smitty a job walked up in there, and then look at Martin. Martin trying to hide behind his menu. See here, you don't even know how to hide in plain sight, sir. I still don't understand how you're supposed to hide a big secret. I just don't. Because you look guilty. If I was sitting across the table from you and looked up and seen that, I bet the first thing I'm gonna do is look and see who we hiding from. Because this is a we situation now. If you out here with me ducking and hiding behind a mania, I need to know what's happening. What's going on? Who about to walk up on me? Is this cheetahs about to pop off? Because we don't know. Okay. Well, Smitty looks over there and sees the guy because Smitty do know the guy. He's like, hey, Evan, come on over here. And Evan walked over and he said, hey, how you doing? So good to see you. He was like, you too, friend. And then he said, I still need somebody for that report, for that job, instigated reporter job. And Smitty looking like, what job? What job you need somebody? But he said, well, I understand. Martin said that you weren't interested in getting back into the workplace. So, and then Smitty sat over there and he gave Martin the look of, I know you lying. I know you lying. Okay. Child, if Smitty could have stared a hole, they said a mud hole through Martin, if looks could do that, this definitely the page that Smitty is on right now, because he ain't happy again. The lies and the deceit just keep on piling up, child. How many more it's gonna take? Mm, Let me see what y'all talking about before we go to the next part. I like to see what y'all talking about too. Tony says, hi, Miss Jen and Miss Linda. How are you two? Oh, are you two first cousins like Kat and Chelsea's daughters and two sisters? And is and all. Linda says, there's definitely a cover up somewhere. Linda says, yes, we are. Tony says, that is awesome. Linda, mega thanks for the info. Yeah, Linda is always so supportive of everything that I do. I don't care what I'm doing. She's like, you can do it, cuz go ahead. You can do it. I'll be like, I can't do it. Linda says, actually daughters of a brother and sister. Tony says, that is equally cool, Linda. Thanks a lot. She says, you're welcome. Tony says, I really love the Duprees and Richardson's family. Yeah, I do too. I like them too. That's why I can't do too much of that. I don't do too much of that arguing they're doing over on the other pages. Not criticizing them, because that is great that they're still getting together and having a conversation about the show. So, yeah. All right. So then they move over to Danny and Chelsea, right? Danny thinks Chelsea is kidding because remember she said, I don't want to model anymore, Mom. So Danny thinks that Chelsea is kidding or live streaming. So like she's like, is you trying to prank me on live streaming or something? Because I know you lying. Because the fact of the matter is, Danny has done a great and outstanding job with Chelsea's career. It's not like she's managing her and doing a bad job. She's doing it. I wish she could manage me on some stuff. Okay, Danny, I'm available, child. If you need another client, call me. Okay. But anyway, Danny said maybe soon we can talk about She told her that she wants to start designing with Kat. She's like, me and Kat got together and we're gonna do this designing thing. And Danny's sitting there looking at her like, what? So Danny said, well, maybe someday we can talk about launching our own line, but not now. Right now, you know, you're throwing things away. Like, don't what's going on? So Danny was like, well, no, Mama, I don't want no partnership. That's not ain't talking about our. I'm talking about my, not you and me. And she was like, well, why were you so scared to tell me? Now, Danny. One thing we can say for sure, though, is that as a character, this actress has really mastered how to make them crazy faces. She really has. Every time I'm like, I wonder if she sits at home practicing these faces because I know these are not her natural looks that she walks around with every day. And I'm like, she's doing a really good job at it. Because yes, Danny, you are scary. You scare me, and I'm way over here. I ain't sitting with you, girl. I'm scared. Okay. So she's like, yeah, why didn't you tell me? Am I that scary? Chelsea told her, I just thought that, you're kind of fragile right now with all the stuff that went on with dad. And I didn't want to add to that. I didn't want to make you feel abandoned again, knowing that you had just gone through that with dad, which is very sweet. And she told her mom that she would just like to do this, and she said, "But if you want me to, I will sign a contract, Mom. It's not like it's hard labor, and I can do that later. I can still do this later." And Danny tore the contract up. Wasn't that sweet? Danny was like, "No, no, 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 no. You're not going to do that. I'm not going to let you do that. No, you're not going to do that." Chelsea told her mom, she says, "I can hang in there and do it." Danny said, "I appreciate you wanting to do that, but I don't want you to." She said, "I don't want to stop you from pursuing your dreams." She said, "I felt like I had to fight my mother when I wanted to get married and leave modeling, and she didn't want to put Danny through that," which is really, really considerate because it is really something when people want to relive their dreams through you, and especially with women and their daughters, is this usually the case that they want to relive their lives through their daughters. And it's hard for people to realize that this is not their life to relive through you. That's a lot to put on, one person. So I appreciate them writing that up that way because Danny went on to talk about how, she was on track with Naomi Campbell and Beverly Johnson at that time, but she wanted to marry Bill, and her mom gave her a hard time about it, and she didn't want to do the same thing to Chelsea, and that's really sweet. Chelsea told her mom that she'll always be grateful for what she's learned and for what she's done for her and her guidance through her career. Because again, her mom has done an outstanding job with Danny's career. I mean, with Chelsea's career. It's not like she's out here struggling because she's not. She's made it, for a young person, and then she has a strong presence in social media. So, I mean, really, once you have a strong presence in social media, you can take that and parlay that into many things. That's why we gonna get to 2,000 subscribers over here, so we can get on to the next 1,000. Okay. So yeah, share the video with somebody today. Thank you. Love you. Love you much. Okay. Anyway, her mom told her that she was proud of her and that you got to go do you. She said, I did me. It's your turn to do you. Good job, Danny. We are very proud of you. On the way out later on, this was a sweet moment they had when she was talking to her. On the way out later, she sees her auntie Nicole, and she told her about the meeting with her mom. And they talk about Danny leaving her career for her marriage and all those things. And the doctor told her, she says, the thing is, that's really great that your mom responded that way, but I don't know if she's really as ready as she's telling you that she is. I don't know about that. And so you all, yeah, Dr. Nicole is checking in about her sister. That's a lot to people be complaining about online. They're like, why she don't go see about her sister? She know her sister got problems and she's a whole therapist. She need to check on her sister. Well, when Danny gets home, let me go find that. When Danny gets home, she let's see. When Danny gets home, she's there reflecting on her past, talking to a picture of hers. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I'm reading this. Things from the past. Okay, she goes home and she reflects on past conversations that she's had about pushing Chelsea's career. I forgot that had happened. So she was thinking about when she was talking to her friend Vanessa or talking to her mom and all of them about just really wanting to see Danny go forward. But I know she's really, this, the point of this is no doubt how much time and energy and effort she put into pushing somebody else's life yet again. So she pulls out this picture of herself and she's looking at that. And she's, hold on one second. She's looking at the picture. Okay, so that she can reflect on her past career. And so my commentary on that was just that she needs to go on and go back and model, as I always say. It's not like she has let her looks go. She's still very thin. She's still very fashionable. All of these things, and definitely has the know-how on how to push a career. So all you got to do is figure out how to do it for your age. We've seen people do it time and time and time again. She still got it. Get on, put yourself back out there. Many of us are probably guilty of putting other people before ourselves, be your children, or be it your job, or be it siblings, or anybody, a mate. All of us are probably guilty at one time or another of pushing other people up ahead of us. But what we got to do is realize that we have to make some me time. It's okay for us to put ourselves first, because once you run out of steam, where you gonna go to get some more if you the person people are always getting the steam from, right? So promote yourself today. How about that? Put yourself out there first. They tell somebody no today. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. I can't. There's nothing wrong with that. Do for yourself, especially if you've got some talents and energies you can be using to do something to promote you, then do that. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this thing here by myself. Now, I've done a lot of things and included people in them, but for once, I wanted to do something where it's just me. Okay? So I thank you all for supporting that. But do that for you too today. Okay? Well, Kat meets up with Chelsea and she's telling her, girl, I finally did it. I finally told my mother that I'm done. And she was really excited for her. Trying to find the picture while I'm talking to you guys. Hold on. Oh, I know it's in here. Is this them? Well, I'll just use this picture for now. Well, she meets up and she told her, she said, I finally told my mom. And she's like, oh, cool. And she also went to talk to her about Tomas as well. Child, this doggone Tomas. Her and this doggone Tomas. Trying to find what his page that I had about her and Tomas. I don't know what I did with it. Hold on, y'all. What did I do with it? Oh, I think I stuck it over there. Okay, I'll leave it over there with that. Anyway, she was telling her about Tomas, and she said, you know, I caught Eva trying to flirt with Tomas, and she said, did he flirt back? She was like, he's got better taste than that. No, he don't. No, he don't, girl. No, he don't. No, he don't. He like him some Eva, girl. He like you, but he like him some Eva. Eva the diva. He like him some Eva, girl. So we're gonna have to wait and see how that turns out. Cause I don't know. Mhm. Anyway, Danny is at home and she drinking. She was drinking. And because you know this is how she cope. Everybody got their something sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Mine is chocolate. I be trying to break up with chocolate, and chocolate keeps showing up at my door. I talk about him like he a man, like it's a man. But chocolate be showing up at my door, big and looking good, smelling good. I'm like, chocolate, would you please go away? Chocolate be like, girl, you know you love me, and I'm like, I don't, and then I let him in the house again. But anyway, that's how she doing with this drinking. Okay, her and this drinking is the same way. Her shows up in the form of vodka. She likes vodka. What I gotta ask y'all though is, why did they show this bottle up close? Is this a special bottle of vodka or something for those of you who may be um, um, liquor connoisseurs? Is there a reason why they did a close up on this bottle like that? Was this product placement? That's what I was trying to figure out. Because y'all know I'm suspicious about a lot of stuff. Stuff y'all be missing. I'm suspicious. Why they just show that bottle like that? So we'll see. Unless that's a made up bottle for something. I don't know. But I was trying to figure it out. But anyway, Chelsea still feels bad about things with her mom when she was sitting there talking to her cousin. And she's like, I just really feel bad. I think she needs some more time to adjust, but you know, we're gonna move forward. And her cousin is glad to hear that because child, she ready to get this business popping. She tired of working for her daddy too. Danny is at home and she is sitting up there drunk talking to herself. But she was saying good things. She's like, girl, we have really done some things. Me and you back in the day, we accomplished some stuff, girl. Now I want you to keep talking to that picture. Then, as long as the picture don't talk back, that's the only part that matter. Now you can talk to it, but if it start talking back to you, then you're gonna need to call Dr. Nicole by the house ASAP, girl. But she was just reminiscing on her career and the things that she's did. But she was talking to that girl about who they became and the things that they did and all of that. All right, girl, we all right with that. And then while she was doing that, her sister came in because her sister had tried to call her earlier and she didn't pick up the phone. So Dr. Nicole has come in. Thank goodness, girl, because your sister may need a little saving. She needs some talking to, but I'm glad she caught her with that ripple in her hand. I know it's vodka, but I'm always call it ripple and muscatel. She was in there drinking that ripple, and her sister caught her with the glass up, eyes closed, really enjoying it. So we're gonna see what happened when she finally come in there and say something. Let me see what y'all talking about. Hold on, let me find y'all. All right, all right, all right, all right. Tony says the actress who plays Danny, I know her acting on Bold and Beautiful for many years, and she can do everything like comedy, emotional turmoil, and many other things. She has won an Emmy Award before. Oh, that's nice. Linda says Danny can still pull off modeling. All she has to do is take that first step. That's right, honey. You can't fly if you're going to stay on the ledge. You got to leap. You got to leap to fly. Tony says, but I'm sure she will win one for the Gates in future. Let's hope that they don't snub this. Okay? Let's hope that they don't. And if they do, let's hope that when we have the NAACP awards or any of that, let's hope that we do show up and show out for them for that. Linda says, Tomas is a pot stirrer and a bone carrier. Ain't he though? Ain't he though? Hmm. Tony says maybe that vodka is one of the sponsors for the show. That's what I was thinking because I meant to pull it up and see if it's a real label or not. Linda says Tony Lynn. That's usually how it works. Maybe that bottle will be significant later. Hmm. Tony says if you saw that during commercial breaks, then that is the case. But no one pays attention to commercials. Wait, if you saw that during commercial breaks, no, no, that was in the show. There was a show I used to watch. I can't think of the name of it, but what is her name? She used to do the advertisement for Calvin Klein jeans. Oh, I can't think of her name. Mm, I can't think of her name. But y'all know who I'm talking about. She used to be the person who did Calvin Klein jeans. But anyway, she had a show that was on maybe about 15 years ago. And that entire show, they did product placement, which I thought was the smartest thing ever. So at the end of the show, you could go and look for the stuff that was shown, if it was coffee cups, liquor, clothes, whatever the case may be. I thought that was super smart. And somebody needed to tell them back there behind the gates that they should do the same thing, honey. Make them pay for it. Ooh, could you imagine? Okay, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna miss one more. Brooke Shields. Yep, that's her name. Brooke Shields. She had a TV show on that was I think they were in New York City, but it was a real cool show. But that was a really cool concept. And the lady who wrote that show is the same one who wrote for Sex in the City. And that was like a really smart marketing tool that they had, but the show didn't last for whatever reason because that show was good. I loved it. And I'm gonna have to look for it and look it up and see if I can find it. Okay, y'all. So let's get on around here and talk about Bill and them. Bill and them. Well, Haley is out hanging out and about, and she sees Jacob at the diner. They be getting more traction at this diner and that bar, child. But she sees him over because it is small behind the gate, honey. You got to have money be behind the gate, okay? You can't just be up and through. I'm still waiting on my application to see if it got approved or not. But anyway, Haley sees Jacob at the diner and goes over to congratulate him on his promotion. And then she said, well, you excel at everything. Oop, child, for a minute. I thought she was trying to flirt with Jacob. I was like, girl, you better not be trying to flirt with Jacob, girl. After all you have caused in this family. But all is safe, y'all. Calm down. That wasn't what it was. But I was about to get heated for a minute. But anyway, she says, you always excel at everything that you do. Maybe she's just trying to talk to him like a mother-in-law. She is mother-in-law, even though she's younger than him. But anyway, She says, I do want to know what we can do though to get Naomi and Bill back together on speaking terms. Girl, I don't know what you're gonna do, but this ain't gonna be it. Yeah. You try look, Jacob just got out the doghouse. Don't be trying to get Jacob back in the doghouse, girl. Oh, they're talking about get him to go talk to Naomi. Girl, if you don't get somewhere and sat down and go back home and sit on that tacky purple couch. Anyway, back at the office. Back at the office. Bill with Tomas standing in the background, because y'all know Tomas ain't about to miss nothing, child. He ain't gonna miss nothing. Because he is really nosy. Anyway, he's looking at that a paper that that paper that he got served with, and he said, "Is this all y'all got? Is this it?" And she said that she had heard rumors about all that Mike had been doing, and Bill said, "You can't build no case on rumors. You already know that, daughter." She said, "Well, I'm sure dispositions. No, sir, I'm sure that we can get dispositions served to people that will depositions to my disposition." She said, "I'm sure we can get depositions served, and that's gonna cure that for some of these employees up in here." Uh-huh. And then Bill told Tomas, he said, "You can go now." Because Tomas wasn't gonna go nowhere till he told him to leave, because Tomas in there getting all the tea. But what for? Tomas, what you gonna do with this information? Huh? Tomas, because we can tell that you are very, 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 very involved, and that you are very ambitious, sir, young man. Hmm. We're going to keep our eye on him. But anyway, while he was talking to her, he called her sweetheart, and he said, "If you wanted my attention, sweetheart, all you had to do was call me." And she said, "I wouldn't have to." She said, "If I was you, I wouldn't use that word sweetheart in court because they might see that as a sexist remark. Touche, pussycat." Okay. All right. So Bill tells Naomi, he said, "You need to go on and withdraw this complaint with prejudice. And then we can work something out. How come let's just do that, daughter? Let's not drag people's lives and personal stuff all through the mud, because that's what's gonna happen. These people that you about to have an effect on, and this is not gonna be positive for nobody. Some of these people was at your very graduations and whatnot. You gonna come in here and rain terror down on everybody for this?" And she said, "Well, I tell you what, Mike is the one." She said, "You the one dropped the ball." She said, "Because these women had complaints and it was ignored by you." And he was like, "Look, I ain't got time to be dealing with the small fish in this company, girl. That's what personnel is for." She said, "Well, personnel knew and they dropped the ball." She said, "And plus, Mike is the one that brought these women over here to the firm. And then Mike is the one who treated them like he did. And Mike is the one that had them people fired." He said, "Well, I tell you what, their reports, like their what do you call them things you write up at work? Y'all know what I'm saying." He said when they got their reviews said that they weren't doing a stellar job. She was like, "Yeah, all of them." And right after they had after they had went and complained about Mike, all of them was no longer doing a great job. She was like, "I don't think so." She said, "See, somebody done turned a blind eye up in here, and we gonna find out who needs some glasses." Okay, all right. So she said, "You want to claim that they were too low level for your attention?" And Bill started clapping real slow. When somebody do that, that is just agitating, child. But it was dramatic, though. And he said, "That was a great speech." And then he threw up her mom. Then he gonna bring her mom up. He said, "You know what I think? I think you in here trying to get a little revenge for what happened between me and your mama. And it's just your way of trying to get back at me to look good." And she was like, mm. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think that was a good move, Bill. Because Naomi is your child, which means she's got half your blood running through her veins. And I think you just made her mad with that, because you would have made me mad if you'd have said something about my mama. Okay, because in the hood, your mama, anything bringing up somebody, mama, them fighting words right there. We got to do it. Sidebar. I remember one time I was at work, and this Jewish lady I used to work with, she said, "Can I ask you something?" I said, "What?" She goes, "What does your mama mean?" I said, "We don't know." She said, "What you mean?" She said, "Because people get so mad when they say it. I mean, what does it mean?" People go, "Yo, mama," and then they be so mad. I said, "Yes, that's very true. And no, we don't know what it means." but I can tell you what it means. What it mean when you say that is that you tired of talking, now you ready to fight. She was like, what? I said, I'm just telling you, we don't know what it means. Because she said, but what if somebody says your daddy? Not the same. Your uncle, not the same. Your sister, not the same. Your mama, now we got to fight. Okay. I said, that's what it means. Okay. It means that you tired of talking and now you ready to throw these hands. That's all it means. We don't know what it means, but I tell you what it means. Okay. And she was like, I don't get it. I was like, I know. Don't try to understand things from the head. Just stay over there in your lane. Let us handle this over here. But anyway, Bill and Naomi, let me see if I can find a different picture. Bill and Naomi started to debate the merits of the case. You know, these women's performance reviews, you're gonna ruin somebody's career. He told her, you know, people gonna be hurt. You need to rethink it, you know. And she said, I'll see you in court, and walked out. You know, she's got his chutzpah. She does. His nerve of steel. She got that. But who y'all think would win this case? Who do y'all think would win this case? Huh? You think Bill will win? Or you think Naomi will win? Because I don't know. I don't know. She may mess around and do some things. But anyway, Bill gets home. Let me find that picture. Bill gets to the house and he starts telling Haley very casually about his day. And then he mentioned, oh, and Naomi is suing the firm. She was like, what? Because she was in the type, I know I was supposed to be buying furniture, but I found these clothes instead. All right, girl, that's right. Use that credit card. I done told you. He done blessed you with that credit card, girl. Use that credit card. It would be smoke coming off. He would have to come get me. He'd be like, girl, what did you buy today? I'd be like, did you or did you not tell me to buy what I want, not worry about this credit card bill? Ain't that what you told me, Bill? But what you ain't bother me for? Because I done went and bought a this, that, this, and that, you know. But anyway, Jacob meets up with Naomi. Let me find their picture. Jacob meets up with Naomi and he starts telling her about having seen Haley. And she casually mentions um, suing the firm. Let me make sure I read that right. No, I read the wrong thing. I went back up to Bill. So he told her that Haley wants her and her dad to make amends. That's what Jacob came and told her. He was like, girl, I had seen Haley down there to the thing today, and she wants you and your daddy to make up. She was like, and I hope you told her to go to the land down under. I hope you did. Told her to go on down there. I hope you did. And he said, no, I ain't said that, but I did let her know. I wasn't about to get in that. Because, see, Jacob done learned his lesson. Jacob done got out that doghouse, and we need to keep Jacob out that doghouse. So Haley don't build his start no stuff. Now, with Tomas and Miss Kent, they meet up and they're talking. And you know the first thing he got up in there and did start spilling tea, because that's what Tomas do. Tomas like the gossip child. I can't stand people that gossip. What is wrong with him? Anyway, we're not gossiping. We're discussing the Duprees. We're discussing the merits of the Duprees and all that has gone on in their business today. Okay. Well, anyway, he goes on. He was trying not to say it at first. He was like, "Girl, you know, it's some stuff going on your side." Because she was talking about stuff that was happening on one side. He was like, girl, but the other side of your family, ooh, child, some stuff about to go on over there. She was like, what? And he says, well, somebody is suing the firm. And I feel like, child, if that happens, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Tomas, we know you got your eye eye on the top tier, probably on Bill's job, but Tomas something else. Tomas is something else. Anyway, he said, she asked him, how is this a family drama? Because he wasn't telling her it was her family at first. That's like I said at first. First, he wasn't telling her. He was like, ooh, some drama jumped off at work. It's going to be a big lawsuit to involve these women, blah, 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 blah. But he at first said, things about to blow up for your family. And so she was listening. She was like, well, what they got to do with my family? He was like, well. And so Kat was like, well, you know what? I hope that Bill does get his just due. And Tomas says, well, Bill will not just be the one taken down. Everybody's going to be. Like, you got to think about that. Like, this is where I've always wanted to work. And she said, you can get you a job somewhere else. He was like, no. Now, this is a great company. And like, I worked hard just to get my internship, to get my foot in the door over here and to be where I am at now. I am where I want to be. And so she says, well, how did they turn the tables to hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, so then she started she started talking. He said something like, "I hope your dad's not like that." And she's like, My daddy ain't nothing like my Uncle Bill. Okay. My daddy love his wife, he love his children. My daddy good people. And then all of a sudden, just like that, they was on the subject of getting down just for the funk of it, you know? And I'm like, how did the conversation turn that? See, that Tomas is something else. Tomas knows she trying to chase down and do better than evil. He know. Girl, girl, don't fall for the don't don't fall for it. That's all I'm saying. Don't fall for that cat. Don't get in competition with I done told you. Don't try to compete with evil. Well, Naomi is back down to the thing. She's asking, let me find this picture. Where are we here? Okay, so Naomi is asking Jacob, she's like, you ain't tell Haley nothing about this lawsuit, did you? He was like, I sure did. Sure didn't. And he said, well, how did it go? And at first she didn't really want to talk, because she know her husband. Sometimes he could, be like, you got to put on his cape and save the day. She like, let me think about what I'm gonna tell him now, because Jacob get to talking too much sometimes. But he did not tell Haley, so she was glad of that. Well, Haley, when she was talking to Bill, let me go back to them because they went back to them. When Haley was talking to Bill, she was like, "What? She trying to sue you?" She was like, "Well, what you gonna do? You gonna fire Mike? Do you think he guilty? How you think it's gonna go? Do you think you're gonna win? Do you think she gonna lose? I mean, what you think?" And he was like, "Listen, I don't think it's gonna make it to court." But Bill started to sound to me like he was kind of proud of Naomi's skills because this girl is smart. It ain't like she just a lawyer, by the skin of her teeth. She did well in her class. So Bill said, but you know what I really think? I think I need to give her what she needs and not what she thinks she wants. Because he feels like this is what he feels. He feels that Naomi just wants to be a part of his life without admitting that she wants to be a part of his life and that she wants to get back to what they used to do, which was having fun arguing about the law together. I don't think she playing with you though, Bill, because you done hurt our mama. And I done told you we don't play by our mamas. Oh, nope. I mean, it could be a little bit true, but that ain't all why she's suing you. Why she trying to bring you down to your knee. Maybe she trying to make sure you ain't got enough money to share with Haley. How about that? Because I didn't always say, y'all didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you. I didn't always say, honey, if I was married to a rich man, you ain't about to go nowhere with half this much. Okay, let's say we got $20 million. Okay, just throw it for a figure out there. Let's say we got $20 million, right? If we got $20 million and then you take 10 of them millions and go over there with her, what I'm gonna do that for? We're gonna stay here and suffer together. All my 20 million got to stay over here with me. You ain't taking no 10 over there to have fun with her. No, you're not. We're gonna be unhappily together. Okay. With all 20 of our million right here safe in the bank. But I digress. Well, Haley thinks, let me make sure I ain't skipped nothing here. Okay. Haley thinks Jacob knew. Let me find this picture. She's like, do you think that's why Jacob cut me off like he did because he didn't want to talk about that lawsuit? And he was like, nah, I don't think that's it. But then he gets a phone call from Mike, because Mike probably nervous. He didn't heard about all about it. So he calling Bill. So Bill had to get up and leave the room, right? And then Haley grabs her keys and she just runs out the room. She's like, she just stormed out with her little bitty young self, like she about to go out here and fix something. Girl, please. Well, Naomi told her, she was telling Jacob how, let me go back to this picture. Where is the picture of them at? It ain't gonna be up that long, but anyway, she goes back and she's telling Jacob, she says, I think that hold on. She said Haley thinks that, okay, I'm in the wrong part. Naomi told Jacob about how her dad was acting, calling the woman's case weak, and said that her motives was questionable because he feels like she just trying to get back at him about her dad. And that but she admitted herself, she says, I do miss arguing the law with my father because he's sharp, and arguing is how we used to communicate. But then, right? But then, when the scene ends, right? Jacob is gone, and Naomi is sitting up in in that place by herself, right? And Haley jumped down in the booth and she said, I want to know what the heck you think you doing. And then that's where it went off. Child, this girl got nerves of steel come bopping. How she know where Naomi was? Well, I guess they all seem to hang out in the same place at the same time all the time. I guess it ain't hard to find people behind the gate, right? Let me go up and see what y'all have been talking about. Hold on, let me find it. Tony says, thanks, Linda. I think you're right about that bottle. Linda says, it might become a clue or part of the plot later on. Tony says, that's very interesting. Mega thanks, Linda. Linda says, Tony, then you're quite welcome. Tony says, Tomas will definitely be on the naughty list for Santa this coming Christmas. Linda said, and is. Tony says, right, Linda, and Bill and Joey are on that list too. And Mike. Tony, what is that song? Tony something, Mickey and Mike. If I let a girl, who cares? They all on it, okay? Tony says Naomi might get blood transfusions to get Bill's blood out of her. That would be a bit extreme. So very true. Thanks, Linda. Linda says, stop, Tony. You got her cracking up. Tony says, this show makes me nonstop chatting. That's all right. You come on over here and chat and bring a friend. Tell a friend. Linda says, Bill is very proud of Naomi. He is, because she's the only one that followed in his, well, she's the one, because there's only 2 kids that followed in his footsteps. Bill, however, has underestimated Naomi. Linda says, Mike needs to be nervous. And he does. Mike needs to be very, very nervous. And Linda's laughing. All right, y'all. Well, we got to get to our questions, right? What did Haley come to say to Naomi? And will it make things better or worse? And how is Bill gonna feel about it? Will Danny really be okay with Chelsea's decision? Or is she gonna drink herself to oblivion about it? Is Smitty finally about to bring a little fire to his role and smack Martin with that menu because he done had enough? Child, I guess we're gonna have to keep on peering behind the gates, being nosy. Gatekeepers, we're gonna have to keep on keeping a watch to find out what else is going on beyond the gates. Listen, as always, thank you guys for listening. Please like the video and share it with a friend, because we're almost at 2,000. And listen, I think it only shows up when we live. Whenever y'all feel the feeling, if you look right next to the comment bar down there where you type in, there's a little $sign. You can always send a super sticker or a little gift to the channel if you so feel inclined to do so. It would be very, very appreciated. Linda says, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I will always try to become live about this time. If I can't, you'll see it in the notifications. Listen, I hope you guys are having a great day. And if not, there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one? Anyway, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.
How did you get beyond the gates? Be gone.
Tell absolutely no one that I'm the one that let you in behind the gates. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.